What's going on, guys? Jerry here, and today we're going to build a gaming PC. Now this PC is specifically targeted towards those who are not interested in overclocking. So maybe you're not really a tech person, or maybe you're switching over from console to PC, and you want to build a PC that just kind of works out of the box. You don't really want to tinker with it. You don't want to deal with the loud fan noises from overclocking. So this really is for you. So we're going to put together a non-overclocking build, and it won't suck. You'll still be able to get the performance that you want, but at a price much cheaper than its overclocking counterparts. So jumping right into the build, starting with the CPU, we are using the Intel Core i5-4460. So this is a 3.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. It is a solid performer, got a great price to performance ratio, and it's much cheaper than its K counterparts. So you can definitely expect to save around like $30 by going with a processor like this versus the 4690K. So it is locked, so again, you won't be able to overclock, but that's what you want in a build like this, so not really a big deal. For the CPU cooler, we are actually going to stick with the stock Intel cooler. We're not overclocking, so the stock cooler is fine to save a little bit of money. You can jump to the Hyper 212 EVO if you want to maybe drop the temps just a little bit and maybe lower the noise, but not really necessary, so leave that up to you if you want to spend that extra money. For the motherboard, we are using the Gigabyte GA H97 Gaming 3. So this is an H97 chipset, again, no overclocking. But it does have a decent set of features for the price, perfect for single GPU builds. It's got things like PCI Express 3.0, SATA Express, got an M.2 slot, rear audio amplifier, pretty much everything that you will need for a build like this. For the memory, we are using the G.Skill Sniper Series 8GB kit. This comes with two 4GB sticks. It's 1866 MHz memory. Perfect amount of RAM for gaming. It's got great timings. It's kind of low profile, which may matter later on if you want to add a CPU cooler. 1866 megahertz, not really needed for a build like this, but comes in about the same price as a 1600 megahertz kit, so why not? And then for the storage, we are going with a Samsung 850 EVO series SSD. This is a 250 gigabyte SSD. It's probably the best performing SSD that you can get at the moment with the 3D NAND. Right now it's going for a great price, and I really would recommend using this and then installing your most often played games on it. That way you get the quickest loading times possible. And to go with that, we're also going to use a Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte hard drive. So this will just be extra storage for your rarely played games, screenshots, downloads, any other random stuff like that. Really for the storage, you have quite a few options. You could also just go with the 1 terabyte hard drive, maybe if you're a little bit strapped on cash, or you could go with maybe a Crucial MX100, the 500 gigabyte SSD, and just go with a single drive. That way it's kind of less hassle. You don't really have to worry about managing between, putting certain stuff on the SSD and certain stuff on the hard drive. You just put everything on one drive. So it's kind of a lot of ways that you can go there as far as storage, but I've just kind of chosen to show you guys the most common setup. And then for the graphics card, we are using the MSI Radeon R9 280. So this is a 3 gigabyte card. Right now it's got amazing price to performance ratio. You can expect high to ultra settings at 1080p with this card. It's coming from a trusted brand in MSI, so it's all around a pretty good choice. Moving on to the power supply, we are going to use the Seasonic X650. So this is a 650 watt power supply. It is fully modular, 80 plus gold certified. It's got great reviews. Seasonic, of course, is a trusted brand in the power supply market. So an excellent choice there, and you should be able to get it for a good price on Newegg right now. So that's another reason to choose this option. And for the case, we are going with the NZXT S340 in white. So this is a simple, easy to build in case. I think it's got a great contrast to the black and red themed motherboard and the RAM and the graphics card. So that's kind of why I've chosen the white. It doesn't have any optical drive support, but really, who needs that these days? This comes in at a decent price. It's really kind of more of like a budget-oriented case, but it's got all the features that we need for a build like this. So that's pretty much what you need to put together a great non-overclocking build. Again, this is much cheaper than its overclocking counterparts, so you may end up saving a couple $100 by going this route instead of going the overclocking route, which if you're not going to overclock is kind of a waste of money. Let me know what you guys think about this build down in the comments below. So far I think it's pretty solid for what you get. Again, you can expect to be playing games at high to ultra settings at 1080p with a build like this. Oh, and if you are looking to overclock, I do have a build in the same price range. It's actually an AMD based build. I'll go ahead and throw a link in the description if you want to check that out. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, see ya. It's a rather large unit as well, measuring 175 millimeters at its longest point. So